13. New this morning, an 18-year-old's family wants charges filed after a Davidson County deputy killed him. The deputy shot Frederick Cox in November at a church in High Point. Cox was attending a funeral. The plainclothes deputy was there as part of a homicide investigation. Our Devontae McKenneth spoke with the family, who wants to see the deputy in cuffs.
The family of 18-year-old Frederick Cox is staying strong, but they are wanting more information about what happened on that deadly day. They're demanding answers while still honoring who he really was. A home video that captures Frederick Cox at his best. His family says he was a great dad to his son Zayden, describing him as an angel who was giving, loving, and caring.
He was an absolute angel. One thing about it, he always stood up.
Standing up, that is, until gunfire took him down. High Point police say a suspected rival gang shot toward the crowd during a funeral service in the fall. After hearing the gunfire, the deputy fired his gun, hitting and killing Frederick. The State Bureau of Investigation says a handgun was found near him after he was shot and killed. The deputy was placed on administrative leave with pay. Fred's family says that's just not enough because it wasn't just one bullet that hit him. An autopsy report has not yet been released.
The truth is it was multiple shots and they were all from the back, and no one has taken accountability in the situation.
It's that very reason why the family wants the deputy to be charged. They're calling on the district attorney's office to agree that Fred's death is a clear case of pure negligence.
It may be a different conversation if it was just one bullet, but when you speak of multiple shots, I think that is definitely negligence and shots from the back.
Fred's mother says she must protect her son's name and legacy because protecting was a quality that Fred kept close.
I would thank him for doing what I know he's always done, and that's protect. And every day I tell him, job well done.
A job well done is what 12-year-old Tavares would say too. He calls Fred his hero after he helped Tavares escape the path of bullets that had no direction. Tavares visited Fred's gravesite and said another goodbye on Christmas Day. He even met Fred's mother, who he now calls his godmother, for the very first time. Tavares gifted his new mom with this plaque that reads, "Fred, my hero."
I think this is one of my favorite gifts.
It's the same 3 words that he used in a letter he wrote to Fred's mom not too long after that deadly shooting. It reads, quote, "I just want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you because your son Fred saved my life. If he had not opened the door
and had us go in first, I may not be here today. So thank you for your son's good heart and sacrifice."
He left us doing what Christ did for us, which was laid down his life. He gave up his life so that that young man could be here to tell his story and just be a living testimony.
A living testimony that can't die and won't die.
And I will make sure that he's never forgotten.
For the sake of a younger generation. And as the family continue their fight for justice, they want you at home to help. You can find that link to that petition online at WXII12.com. I'm Devontae McKenneth, WXII 12 News.
We did reach out to the Davidson County Sheriff's Office for comment, have not heard back yet at this hour. The district attorney's office says a decision on charges will come after the SBI completes their investigation.